This concept of God, some people say that in Buddhism we don't have God, but it depends on what you mean by God. This translation actually is can be very misleading one. For example, this word Sati. You have to understand what the word Sati means. People sometimes translate it as mindfulness. But if you look into the sutta, actually the word Sati is explained in a few words. There's about 4 or 5 suttas that define Sati in the same way. They define Sati as being able to remember what you said and you did a long time ago. It means you are able to recollect. So when you translate it as the word mindfulness, if by mindfulness you mean being able to remember, then you are correct. But if you think mindfulness is being mindful of the seeing, hearing and smelling and all these things, you can be quite misled, Because there is a sutta in the Samyutta Nikaya where the Buddha mentioned that we should keep to our own posture, keep to our own field, don't stray out. When you stray out, you get caught by Mara. And what is your own posture? The Buddha said, you have to contemplate on the 4 things, the body, the feelings, the mind, the state of the mind, and Dhamma. And the Buddha mentioned specifically, don't be led by thoughts of the body, don't be led astray by thoughts of the feelings and all that. Don't think. Just contemplate these 4 things. Even contemplate the mind without thinking. And the Buddha said, Mara's field, Mara's ground, is the 6 sense doors, the 6 sense objects, seeing, hearing and all that. You go and start contemplating the outside things, the seeing and the hearing and all that, that is not meditation. That is straying into Mara's field, and you can very easily get caught. So when you translate the word mindfulness, when you use Sati and you translate mindfulness, you can use it, but you have to keep in mind, it means mindfulness on only 4 things. Only these 4 things. And as I mentioned just now, when you cultivate the Aryan Eightfold Path, there are 2 or 3 suttas that say definitely, if you cultivate Sati correctly, it must lead you to Samadhi. It must lead you into jhana. This mindfulness and concentration, they help each other. You cannot separate one. You cultivate mindfulness, you will get concentration. And if you have concentration, it helps you to be mindful. You cannot run away. These 2 are interlinked. In fact, there is a few suttas that talk about Satipatthana and explain what you mean by Satipatthana. Satipatthana actually means an intense state of Sati. Patthana comes from 2 words, Pa and Thana. Pa means extreme, intense. Thana means a state, So, Satipatthana is an intense state of Sati. It's not ordinary Sati. And this you can confirm by a few suttas. For example, Majjhima Nikaya number 44, the Buddha said what, The Buddha said, the characteristic mark of Samadhi is Satipatthana. That means, if you have jhanas, you must have Satipatthana. In fact, there is another sutta in Samyutta Nikaya which says how to practice Satipatthana. You practice Satipatthana, you must get one-pointedness of mind. So, the characteristic mark of jhana, the 4 jhanas, is Satipatthana. You must be automatically have Satipatthana when you have the 4 jhanas. This is confirmed by other suttas. For example, the Buddha says, his disciples, the Aryan disciples, the learner and the Arahant, they constantly abide in Satipatthana. all the time they abide in Satipatthana. And then there's another sutta where the Buddha says, when you practice to attain Satipatthana, you must put the effort to attain Satipatthana. But once you have attained Satipatthana, the Buddha says, abandon it. You abandon the practice of Satipatthana when you have attained it. What does it mean? It means that when you have attained Satipatthana, it becomes automatic. So unless you attain the 4 jhanas, you don't have Satipatthana. You are only trying to be mindful. You are still not automatically mindful. Only when a person attains the 4 jhanas, then the Buddha said in Majjhima 44 that the characteristic mark of the 4 jhanas is the Satipatthana. That means that's why the Buddha said after you attain Satipatthana, abandon the practice. But even though you abandon the practice, the Buddha said the Sekha, the learners and the Arahant constantly abide in Satipatthana. Even though they abandon, they still abide in Satipatthana because they don't need to make any effort already. Once they have attained the jhanas, it becomes automatic. Now this kind of suttas, you don't go and investigate, you don't understand what you mean by Satipatthana. Why is it nowadays people treat Sati and Satipatthana the same? It's not the same. Sati and Satipatthana is a difference. You cultivate Sati, you must get Samadhi. And when you have Samadhi, you have automatic Satipatthana.